I'm Chuck Smalley. I like to go out and metal detect, treasure hunt.
Chuck's been helping others do the same for years. Guide, gear supplier, and archaeologist with unmatched experience. From the metal detectors and equipment you need to the research and real-world hunts that bring history back to life. Using high-tech tools and old-school know-how. Check out Shooter Supply and Prospecting. And let's get digging for treasure and history. Find us on Facebook now.
All right, it's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back. We're live, and we're trying to stay dry. I don't know about everyone else, but it has been pouring here. And the forecast said we only had a 25% chance of rain. Go figure. Either way, those that saw Dennis's update in the chat, minutes before we went live, we were looking at gold being in the red, platinum and silver being in the green, palladium being in the red, and the spot price market just looks like a crime scene. That's all I'm going to say. The only thing green in there is silver, and it's only up 3 cents. So let's hope things start to bounce back. Let's get Chuck in here. How's it going, Chuck?
Yeah, it's going just wonderful.
Well, that's good. Hopefully you're staying dry.
Well, we have no rain here. You go down to what they call the 34 Interstate 80 corridors in that range, going straight out 80. They're getting some rain.
Oh. Well, and really some of those areas have already had enough rain as it is.
Yep, we've had enough. It actually dried for a day to where the yards are starting to get evened out. I mowed yesterday and evened it up, and it looks pretty good. But yeah, it's drying a little bit. I mean, you can see it. No standing water left.
Yeah, one day last week, this past week, it had dried out enough that I thought, man, this is a break between all the storms. I need to get the jungle mowed. And that left our neighbor's yard next to us being the only yard on the block that hadn't mowed yet. And they mowed the next day. And it's like, wow, now they've mowed, and here in a few days, we all get to start the vicious circle over again because of all the rain we've had. I'm having to watch tomatoes so that they don't start to split because of all the moisture.
Got some of them doing that.
And we've got I've got Romas out there right now that they're weighing the vine down pretty heavily. They're going to come in at right around a pound a piece, and really don't want to see those things splitting.
No, no.
When you get Romas that big, that's something to.
That's nice Rome.
Yeah, those are big.
Good sauce. Good sauce.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That cold weather goulash and spaghetti and yeah,
oh yeah, yep.
like that.
Although we did can 7 quarts of green beans the other night.
Ooh, that's good. I got cucumbers. Anybody need them? Holy moly! Some
Yeah,
zucchini.
somebody asked me if we had done cucumbers, and I'm like, no, we've still got a whole shelf of pickles. I mean, we've got bread butter pickles, we've got dill pickles, we've got spears, we've got chips, we've got relish,
Sounds good to me.
right?
Yep. Yep. Okay. Barb says she's at 88 degrees at 2,300 feet.
We're not that warm, not anymore.
Mm.
We're down into the
Well,
70s.
you are there, but it was 89 here today, 90.
Oh yeah, it's coming back, I'm sure.
Yep, I got bell peppers, Dennis. So our gardens are doing well. The ground's good to dig. I hope everybody can get out. I'm going out this weekend. I got invited by a bunch of them to IVHRA hunt, and I got stuff to deliver there, coils and headphones and detectors. So I'm going to be over there Saturday. Hope to get to see y'all.
Ah,
Randy DeMario, got a question. I heard you were looking for that Manicore book. Did you get one?
inquiring minds want to know. I mean, he might have got it off of Amazon or even ordered it direct from Andy. I don't know.
Yeah, you can. If he doesn't, I got one. So we'll take care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, like I said, it had been raining. Ah, he says, yes, I did.
Okay, good enough, buddy.
Well, at least you've got it and learning the ways of the coil
Yep.
with the Manicore.
Cool. And I at the beginning of the show, we're working on some special guests here over the next couple of weeks and getting them lined up, and we'll get some reports from some of the events going on across the country that they've been to and represented, and be fun. And a week from tonight, we'll have a special guest on.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yep.
And it's funny because it was not all that long ago that we had while you guys were in Alaska, we had Terry Carter on to talk about the Moon Lake Gathering.
Yep.
And people just got such a kick out of that show, and they're going, man, you got to get Terry back on the show. And we'll see what his schedule allows and see if we can get a recap from him here in the near future. And we've also got Terry Shannon in the pipeline, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's always got some good stories.
Yep. And there'll be a couple more. So we'll have some fresh stuff, and we'll hear all about, was it Moon Lake?
The Moon Lake Gathering.
Yep. Moon Lake Gathering.
In Duchesne, Utah.
Yep. And I'm going to try and get Mr. Penta to get on there, too. I will be talking with Gary. I'll give him a call. So we'll hear all ins and outs, and maybe stories of treasure hunts and Spanish gold and who knows, UAPs. Can't call them UFOs.
Right.
Who knows what we'll hear.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be interesting.
Well, and I wound up, much like yourself, we're all the time getting messages or phone calls, and people relating different stories of things they've found or experiences that they've had at this event or that event, things of that nature. And on the heels of the Moon Lake Gathering, which I won't mention any names because I'm pretty sure they wish to remain nameless, but I got a message from somebody, a detectorist, that said they had literally just ran out of the woods.
Ooh.
So, naturally, I'm curious. Was it a wildlife officer? What? Hey, Steve P's in the house. Happy birthday to Steve.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Uh, so I'm curious to know what had happened, and I'm wanting the scoop, and that's why I say I'm pretty sure they wish to remain nameless.
Okay.
So, I won't mention the name, but they had went out. They wanted to go out detecting, and they got into a woods. And we're talking way, I mean, they're a mile away from anything. On the way in, the birds are chirping, animals are playing, whatever. It's all rainbows and unicorns on the way into the woods. And once they get
excuse me,
45 minutes or so into the woods, and this is where hindsight becomes 2020, because after the fact they realize, hey, why do we not hear any birds anymore? And they hear something kind of snort. Well, a deer will do that. Usually it runs away, though, so you'll hear it once and that's it.
Correct.
Didn't hear anything running away.
Every deer hunter does not want to hear that.
Didn't hear anything running away. You could hear kind of a little low growl from time to time, in a sense. But it was coming from something that was big enough that it was rattling your chest. Couldn't see anything anywhere. Had trouble trying to even pinpoint where the sound was coming from. You'd move, it would move. You'd stop, it would stop. About that time, the hair on the back of the neck started to stand up, and they decided, yep, it's time to go. And that's when whatever it was quit making any noise. Who knows what it was? But this area of woods, I mean, between woods and nature preserve, you're probably looking at around 5,000 acres.
Yeah, a nice chunk of land there.
Yeah, real easy for something to hide out there and nobody ever see it.
Right.
Who knows?
Well,
maybe there was something to it. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, over the years, with the advent of game trail cameras and remotes and all this kind of stuff, I've seen some stuff that have showed up on a game cam. They put them online. You can find them, and you know that they're not real. But there have been a few that make you stop and rewatch and go, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
It's they're seeing more and more stuff, and so there's some things that are credible, some things that are definitely not credible. So that's
Well, you know,
what's out there. What you know,
some
I want to know what's out there.
yeah, and sometimes you try to find a reasonable, logical
Yeah,
explanation for things.
correct.
But sometimes you just can't find that explanation.
No, you can't. And there's other things that they'll never figure an explanation for.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and the experts in those particular fields bring it forward and have other knowledgeable experts look at it, and they all just go, well, we aren't sure on this one. The others definitely were faked, but this one we don't know. And so, you know, we'll hear about some of that stuff from the guys that went to that gathering.
Moonlight Gathering, yeah. I
It'd
mean,
be interesting.
and I was really kind of surprised too, and I don't know, maybe when we get a Moon Lake recap, maybe we'll hear
Yeah, some good stuff.
because
Yeah.
I mean we covered all sorts of stuff when Terry was on the show.
Right.
And I know we've touched on it in the past, and I'm kind of surprised nothing came up this time around about the chupacabra. So, who knows? All I can say is some things you just can't easily explain away.
Yeah, and there's certain other things out there currently that you just can't fix, and I won't go into.
Yeah,
We've been talking about that, so
yeah.
we'll leave that lay. Hello, Chris Gibson. He's in the house, but and
Welcome
you know,
aboard.
some of it you don't need to even worry about taking time to try and fix it. It's unfixable.
No, yeah, I mean, and sometimes it's just like, really, you know, I've got
Right.
other things to do with my day.
Barb's on the same page right there.
And oh, platinum and silver both are back into the green now.
Good.
Or not platinum, palladium and silver both.
Yep.
Platinum and gold are still dipping in the red. Which, yeah, I mean, sometimes we get stories related to us or finds or things like that where people wish to remain nameless, and we can't really say who, but we can always go, man, that was a good find. You know who you are. Congratulations, or whatever. But yeah, that it just seemed very interesting that we do the Moonlight Gathering show, and suddenly people are, I don't know, more aware.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see what comes up sometimes. That's one of the reasons why I like getting Terry on the show and doing the Moonlight Gathering.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to hear about the treasure hunting as well,
and,
obviously.
you know, I encourage any of you, if you've got some sort of an incident where it was a UAP or some other possible creature, Bigfoot, talk about it. Let them hear it. I like to hear it.
Or at least share the story with us. Send it in a message or something.
Yeah. So,
because you just never know.
We all have had some sort of a occurrence with something, and sometimes you just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it because you get singled out.
Right.
Old Pilon, how are we doing?
Yep. Old Pilon in the house.
And so that's all part of it. I mean, occurrences of all the stuff they talk about out at that gathering. There's some pretty neat stuff that is kind of undeniable.
Yeah. Yeah. And it makes for some interesting conversations sometimes.
Yep.
And you never know what it's going to spark. Ill Digger in the house.
Yep. He is. He got a 0.18 gram with the Gold Monster 2. 0.18.
0.18.
Yeah. He says tiny. He sent me a video. He and I were together. We went down quite a way into some claims well below our site. We're poking around. We're checking them. We're looking. And he had the video running. I was driving. We're in side by side. We're coming up out of that lowland down in there in the Anvil Creek area. And as we come to the road, making a left, and all of a sudden, we had a big bull muskox bust out right across in front of us.
Uh-oh.
And he's got it all on film. So he shared it to me. I put it up on a reel. If you find that, I mean, then you'll understand how fast these creatures are.
Yeah.
I mean, they are a rocket.
You are not the top of the food chain in Alaska.
And he was just across the road from us. I'm not talking much more than 30 feet.
Yeah, and probably through like a shot. And
That's
probably through there like a shot.
Yep, that set us both up. Because if he'd have hit that ATV, we wouldn't even been a bowling pin.
Oh, he'd have rolled you right over.
He was chugging on down the road, and we went the other way. So, and I can't remember if that was Ron. There's an ATV in front of us. They were even closer because he busted out between the two of us.
Oh my! You know,
But that was fortunately on camera. You can see it.
0.18. Is he trying to give Dennis a run for his money?
He's right in there. Oh man.
Seriously, though, all in jest. I mean, still, gold's gold, no matter how you find it.
Yep. Yeah, he would have, Tim, and he'd probably come back and stomped on us.
Well, we don't need that.
No. Man,
and you especially didn't need that.
I didn't need that then.
No. Not at all. 5 miles in, too.
Well, I'll tell you, Barks is talking about a night where the raccoons were out screaming, scaring the boys. But if you've ever heard a bobcat scream at night, oh my God.
Yeah.
That'll raise the hair on the back of your neck. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. 5 Miles says he's had a paranormal experience.
Wow. You see, he had 3 of them. So that's something maybe you can ask questions about somewhere, especially when, was it?
Oh, I've had 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Huh. Well, and it happens. I mean, you get into some of these places.
Right.
So, and you just never know.
Yeah, Fox can sound off pretty good too.
Yeah. And you figure when you're out, like we'll just use we'll use it as an ambiguous term, the wilderness, and you hear animals. I mean, you hear them in the daytime, And it's completely different to you, it seems like, than it is at night. Because at night, everything seems to change. You know, the woods seem spooky or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, but when you've been out and around this stuff quite a bit,
Yeah.
when you hear an animal, you can tell it's an animal. And every now and then you'll hear a sound out there where you're going, wait a minute, what was that? That's not like any animal I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. If you hear things, you don't necessarily see it, but you hear it and you kind of go, ooh, and you look around and it makes you think. And I mean, I've been working in an out. This was up in northern Minnesota. We were cutting fire lines around the resort site.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped, set the saws down. We're picking some stuff up, cleaning a way out. And you get that feeling of being watched. And
Mm-hmm.
Rich alongside of us, opening. And I'm talking to Rich, who was with me, Rico, he was with me. And I said, you ever get the feeling of being watched? He says, yeah. We're talking. And for some reason, I just happened to look up that ridge and there were two big wolves standing there. And when I told Rico and he saw them, and by the time he raised his head, they just slipped off on the other side. It's just, you don't know what's watching you.
Yeah,
Settled at that point.
Yeah, at that point, you got to keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah. And they were probably 150 feet up and away from us, but still, it was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you had even mentioned, hearing a bobcat cry.
Yeah.
You ever hear a rabbit scream?
Yes.
Is that not the strangest sound when you realize what it came from?
Yep. And they are allowed.
Yeah. I mean, it'll just, if you've never heard it, it'll just about raise the hair on the back of your neck.
Yes, it will. And you can have a call for coyote hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'll stop you, make you think.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In the woods, the squirrel sounds like a moose.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Crying baby, Tim, you're right. But
yeah,
just when you're out in the timber, you kind of look around and go, what was that?
Yeah, exactly. Seems like an unnatural sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And ORH back there talking about UAPs. He's been seeing some weird stuff in the sky I can't explain. So have a lot of others. They're afraid to say too much about that stuff. So, more and more, and there's more and more cameras catching them. But the ones I sit up and watch the hardest are the ones that pilots are recording on their stuff, instrumentation and that themselves, and seeing it and reporting it. I mean,
yeah. And they can't identify it. But he has sent me some of the pictures of things that he's seen in the sky. And I'm like, that that's interesting. It definitely is interesting.
Yep. So, and there's been some things I've seen I can't explain. I don't even want to explain it. I saw something, I don't know what it was, and it went the other way from me.
Right? And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's a good thing.
Reading
oh yeah, he's talking about some of the pics that he sent me. And you had mentioned something about uh, things that the pilots would catch on video,
Yep.
and it was, I believe it was U.S. Air Force pilots
Hmm.
had caught in something on a video one time that it looked like a giant tic tac, basically, for lack of a better term, you know,
Yeah.
like a Tylenol capsule or something, flying in the sky.
Wow.
And some of the pictures and video that ORH sent me is very reminiscent of that. And I think he said it was like 355-gallon drums together, which, yeah, it was kind of like that. Jay Morris is in.
MUFON. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Hey Jay. But yeah, it's stuff you come across, things that you find. Has anybody found something that they just can't explain what it might have been? Other than a rusted piece of metal, like something unusual? I don't know. I know they may have, especially the ones that are looking out in the Southwest and in the Arizona and New Mexico area, because they purposely go out and try to detect things off of supposed crash sites.
Right. Yeah. They purposefully look for the unexplained. Ghost of a crashed train going across the ravine.
Well, yeah, and then Ori says if he ever sees one crash, I get dibs on the wreckage.
Well, you better get there quick if it happens. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Oh,
One slightly used UAP might have been in a wreck. I found it in the timber.
right.
Put that in your ads. See who shows up on the door.
Needs repair. Sold as is. Condition unknown.
Yeah. Too much paperwork. There you go, Dennis.
Yeah. And then when you hear somebody knock on the door, check your surveillance cameras first and make sure it's not a government vehicle.
And I've had a lot of people tell me about things they've seen or experienced. I never discount them, but I'll go, okay. Not much I can do about it.
Yeah, sometimes it really makes you wonder.
There's been a few of them we've got involved in, we've picked up, and they've gotten a ride somewhere and dropped off it a few times.
Well, see, and this is why some people don't like to say much about it.
Yeah. So it's perceived.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The public perception.
Sterno will do that. Okay, Dennis. Well, the one movie I can think of, there's a scene that comes to mind, and I'm back. Kaboom. Independence Day.
Right.
So, but they get together and they bring in some, it sounds to me at this thing, they bring in some pretty well noted speakers.
Yeah. Yep. And you just never know.
No.
And that's the thing that makes some of it so intriguing to some people.
Yep. It's another thing to look for, right? we're all out there looking. We're
Yeah.
all hoping to find something. Some things you really hope you're going to find, and some things you prefer not to
Some
find.
things you hope you're not going to find.
That's right. And then there are those that seem to find a lot, but don't have the backing of credibility. So you got to
yeah.
fade through it all.
Yeah. It's a fine line.
Yes, it is.
It can be anyway. It can definitely be a fine line.
Yep. UFOs. You're right, Barb.
Get with the times, Barb. They're UAPs.
Yep. All kinds of new acronyms for it.
Yeah.
So, that's fun. But getting back to detecting, I don't know what I saw another post pop up about Dig Fest. Now's the time to get signed up if you're going.
Yeah. And I mean, we've always heard high remarks about Dig Fest, and they put on one heck of a job.
Yes,
A great event.
yes, they are.
Everybody has a blast.
All of them are over there that are great guys and gals. They put on a good hunt.
Yeah.
They're fun, and they keep it moving. Good people.
And you're able to find so much. Good grief. Complete transparency, too. Having the bags out showing, this is what's going into the field.
Yep.
And you don't get that with every event.
They put on a good hunt. So
Mm-hmm.
get signed up, everybody. Let's go. Let's go have some fun. They make it fun. It's a good event. You got a good meal. You got good people. Lots of great prizes. My goodness. Try to support them too. I am going to that and be over there, and we got some things we're going to give them. So,
And you may have a few extra headphones, pen pointers, things like that for people that need them.
yep.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Gold bars found in a pipe in Belgium.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Huh.
I must have missed that.
I think that was up a week ago or so.
Huh. Well, I wonder how that's going to pan out for whoever found them. That kind of, I don't know. That could get kind of dicey for somebody. I mean, cool find. Definitely a cool find.
Yeah.
But
And Barb says she used to go shooting rats on Saturday nights and see UFOs in the 70s.
well, there you go. In the 70s, they would have been referred to as UFOs.
Well, Randy DeMario is reporting Midwest Silver Shootout is not happening this year.
Randy, is that the one in Seymour?
Indiana?
I think that's the one in Seymour.
Okay. That's right, Steve P. That's right.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it, Steve.
And as soon as I get info from the club board on dates, there will be, as far as I was told the other day, there will be a swing in the summer.
Uh-oh. Well, there you go, folks. You heard it here first.
I talked to Tim about it, but they hadn't set the exact date, so that's coming.
Oh, okay. That's the one in Lebanon. All right.
Yeah, Silver Seeker's been canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've seen
I can't blame them in some sense that the price of silver and stuff, and
yeah, exactly. We had mentioned, how long were we forecasting that on the show that we were going to see the organized event change because that was going to put a lot of events out at least for the year simply because of the prices that we were seeing because when say when silver was $121 an ounce, I think was roughly the peak. You can't hardly put on an affordable seated event when prices are like that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, economically it doesn't work out. I mean, even if the clubs were willing to put the event on, I mean, the rest of us we're out there struggling in the rat race too. And you've got to be able to convince Joe down the road to part with his money for registration. It's tough when prices were $100+ an ounce.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of clubs went the logical route of, well, we'll just hold off a year and see what happens.
There you go. 5 Mile. He donated 4 ounces of silver for 2.
Oh yeah, I think that was at the show me. Yep, show me hunt.
And he's done, I think he did it again for next March, the way I understand it. Way to go, 5 Mile.
Yeah, good for you. And the way I understand it with show me hunt, those that silver that is donated like that, that's actually being put into their event then. As
Right.
I
That's
mean,
the way I understood it.
if people are donating ounces, I don't think these are going to be out in the field for you to find, but there's probably a price token out there somewhere for you to find that you could take up and redeem for an ounce of silver. And that's a cool way to do it. That's a creative way to help put a little bit of extra swag into the event, so to speak.
Excuse me. Oh.
So I don't see anything wrong with that. That's very cool the way they do that, I think.
Well, especially if you can support your local hunts, do you? I mean,
yeah,
the clubs and that kind of stuff are having those type of things. Support them.
Yeah, because if you're not,
yep.
Next thing you know, you're having to travel to do your events that you like to go to, and it can be tough.
Yeah.
Especially with gas being over $4 a gallon right now, at least for us. I don't know what it is for you guys.
Yeah. Kevin's reporting one of the clubs he's in does their spring and fall hunts, and instead of silver, they're putting out tokens for cash. I need a hot toddy.
To wake up?
It won't wake me up.
If Chuck has a hot toddy, I think it's going to put him to sleep.
Yeah, we started out early today, got quite a bit done, and then a few other things, and I've been getting stuff ordered in for people. It's been busy.
I was trying to get stuff done, but every time I turned around, it'd start raining again. But at least on a good note, I've heard from the contractors. They're going to come and check the roof soon.
There you go.
So hopefully I can find, because maybe it was a fluke. Maybe it was the way the wind was blowing, whatever.
Ooh,
but I would just feel better if somebody got up there and assessed it and seen, is there storm damage? Did some shingles come off? Fine, we'll replace them.
Mm-hmm.
But if the roof had some sort of failure, that should be covered under warranty. So
Yeah,
hopefully we can find out.
black cherry ice cream and chocolate cake. That would be
Oh, now who's having that?
Janice.
Ooh.
As you walk upstairs, I think I got a caramel hit out up there somewhere.
Well, just remember, it's only dirty on the outside.
That's right. That's why you wrap them, right, Dennis?
Exactly.
So,
That does sound good.
yes, it
Black
does.
cherry ice cream and chocolate cake.
Yep.
I wonder if it's homemade chocolate cake.
I'll bet it is.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Almost bet the dentist didn't bake it.
It's a good possibility, but I'll bet he'll help eat it. It sounds like it's on his to-do list.
Yeah. 5 Mile, I agree with you. That the cash token thing, that's a neat way to do it. If they're going to spend to be in it, you get a little cash back like that. That's nice.
Right? Dennis says he could wrap them in brown paper next time. The caramels.
Camouflage it, right?
Yeah, there you go. That might be fun.
Randy
Fun.
DeMario is talking about Northwest Indiana, how bad it is. He said it looks like a war zone. I've been
Oh
seeing
yeah.
pictures of that, and
I wish I could remember the name of the river. And really, I mean, we're keeping everyone in our thoughts for that. But the governor of Indiana actually declared a state of emergency, and there was one particular river that was being talked about. We found a little video on YouTube that happened to mention, the way I understand it, with this flooding that's going on currently.
mhm.
There was a particular river in Indiana that two different spots in the river, when it crested at a new historic high that broke the record from the flood of Indiana in 1913.
I think I heard that too. Like you said, yeah.
I wish I could remember the name of the video so I could share it, because it really was a very interesting video. Talking about the floods, the tornadoes. I guess Indiana has only had one F5 to the best of my knowledge in history. But it was very interesting when they started talking about the whole breaking the historic record in two different spots on the river from the record that had been set in 1913. And it even explained how, uh, when a flood like this happens, obviously things have to get rebuilt, insurance claims are made, things of that nature. But the floodplain maps, it takes time for those to change. I guess for everyone to assess the damage, the situation at hand, and
Whoa.
it's like a trickle down effect.
Well, that was considered, and Randy just brought it up. But first, was it the Wabash or White River that you're talking about?
Uh, yes, it was the Wabash, I do believe.
Okay, but Randy said they got hit with 120 mile per hour straight line winds, and that's the same type of thing that occurred here. Started up north of in the Waterloo area, followed all the way down, and we got hit with 70 to 80 here, and then around us there were 90 to 100, and it just tore through here, and it did the same thing to Indiana, and The inland hurricanes, what that boils down to.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, we got a lot of rain here and we're under flood warnings and stuff like that, but
Right.
we didn't get anywhere near what Indiana and Illinois did. And I'm glad that we didn't, but wow. I mean, that video, it was very informative, very educational.
Yep. So, and our hearts go out to you out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It takes a long time to clean up from that. They just finished up in the Cedar Rapids area about a year ago, and it was 6 years just getting stuff straightened away. Then the stuff that went on up there, wow.
No, I don't believe it was a New York Post video, Bill. I'm not real sure if I can find the video or not. I can ask Tam and see if she remembers because she was watching it too. We just, not the fact of the tragedy, mind you, it was just to hear them comparing it to the flood of 1913 and how far over it had crested, how much higher that it made the new record or broke the old record by.
So,
And I mean, Indiana is just in an absolute mess. And there were even spots of Illinois that they were in trouble too.
down through the central part, going east, down on that Indiana Illinois
Yeah.
border, got hammered too.
Yeah.
370 miles of electric wires down. Yeah, I saw pictures of miles. They're just laid over on the road.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is unfortunate. And I mean, with technology, our warning systems have gotten better. Our projected radars and prediction systems have gotten better as far as the weather and the where the bad spots are going to be and all of that stuff. And still, we're having things like this happen. It's just a fact of life. It happens.
And Barb's going to put a whole house generator in. You're going to get one of the Generacs.
If you do, get a Generac.
Yeah, pretty much that's what I see around here. And
They are about the best whole house generator on the market.
Yep.
And you would be surprised when you think of whole house generator, these things have Honda car motors in them.
Yep.
But they are so nice to have if you're fortunate enough.
One we had put at the fire station, it's been a few years ago, and it still runs very good as a ball door, which is a very good unit.
That's also a decent one, yeah.
Yeah. But the engine in that is a 350 Chevy.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, your generator for the department, now you're talking like commercial or industrial.
Oh, that's full commercial. Had to be.
Yeah. But usually for a whole home generator, normally they've got like 4 cylinders in them.
Yeah.
But they get the job done, and I know some people that have them. Your power goes out, it's out for maybe 30 seconds before it's right back on.
Yeah, we don't even.
It just kicks in on its own.
You just get a wink of the light, and that's it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's about the going rate on them, Barb. But
yeah, they're not cheap.
no.
And be prepared to
Phil puts Shannon on a treadmill. Oh, Phil. Anyway, well, buddy, getting close there. Everybody come up with some good questions to ask the boys next week. We'll try to get them all round up and they can hopefully tell you about it. Maybe, heck, you never know. You might get interested and want to drive out there.
There are people interested. I mean, I'd like to go out there and see it myself sometime.
Yeah.
It is something. And I know there was one question that I had missed from the night that Terry was on the show, and you may get a kick out of this. Somebody wants to know if there was food being served at the event, and if there were, what kind? Because Bigfoot hunters got to eat too.
There you go.
So I don't know, I don't know if they were having food at the event or not, and if they were, I don't know what it would have been. Who knows? Maybe it was barbecue. Maybe it was a little more exotic.
Oh, Tom Kingery made it in. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Yep. We got a good crew in there today.
Hopefully Tom's staying dry.
I'd hope so.
Because
I hope so.
I mean, Illinois got pounded with it too.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was something else.
Yes, sir. That's enough of that stuff for a long while, I hope.
Right. Now Chuck's going to have to head upstairs and see what he can find for dessert. Maybe that last
I don't have chocolate cake and black cherry ice cream. But
yeah.
I know I've got chocolate.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you just got to make do with what you got, I guess.
Yeah. Man, that sounds good.
It does.
Well, anyway, folks, we'll be having some guests on and more. And yeah, poor Chuck listening to Dennis as he's eating his ice cream. Everybody have a good one. Going to get out and go hunt with the club this weekend and have some fun and stay safe. And it's supposed to be clear and 80 degrees here this weekend. We'll see how that with no rain.
I'll probably have to spend mine mowing again.
Now they're all coming out of the woodwork. Lemon blueberry loaf.
Wow.
Wow, that sounds good, Randy. Homemade cheesecake. Yeah, you're all making me hungry. All right.
Oh.
Good night. Stay safe out there. Have fun. Go find a bucket lister and keep an eye to the sky. Maybe you'll see a UAP.
Yep. We'll see you, Chuck.
See you, bud.
And who knows, maybe if people were keeping an eye to the sky, they got to see some of the meteor shower that happened recently. I did not. The weather was not complimentary for anything like that here in our area. But, hey, who knows? There's always the next one, I guess. Either way, if you enjoyed the show, make sure and throw us a like. You can follow us here, Beyond Sight and Sound on YouTube, Beyond Sight and Sound on Facebook, Metal Detecting, Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group, podcast distribution services, wherever you may find them. And then, like we said, Wednesday, got some people coming on. Sunday, I don't know yet. We'll just have to wait and see. I got to make sure I don't get carried away with something or float away with the storms that came through tonight. So, until the next one, have a wonderful evening, folks. We are out of here. Stay dry.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.